Hello, this is Seth Harden of Delta 8 News and etc. What I'm doing is I'm making some more tincture. As you see, I have these bottles, and here's a nice little funnel that came with them. My first order from Amazon ever. I got 12 bottles with three little funnels. I really did order them specifically to get these funnels. You can't fill them all the way up, or they'll not go through. You got to pull the thing up, and they'll drain. You want to hold, you want it in there, and you want to pour directly down that hole if you can, and not even worry about filling up the sides of this thing, the whole reservoir. This is MCT oil I got from Walmart. It'll price you about, I think, 15 bucks almost. Anyway, 100% MCTs, it says right there. Pretty good stuff. Measure the bottles to about right there to the round MCT oil. Fill that up, and you pour it. I used one of these. I did this actually over here. I poured the MCT oil in there. I filled this bottle up twice to that area, to about right there. Poured it in there. Did that twice, so I can make sure I have some room in there to add that 10 grams I'm going to add in. So I've got this on. I started this a little bit later than this. This is already, I started on the medium right there, straight up and down actually. And I got it in there, and it's starting to get loose. And I do like this every once in a while, and I'll take and check it and just turn it and see how it's getting liquidy, but there's still some kind of a gel solid in the middle. Some I can pull from the sides, but I really want to get most of that ready to go. I don't want to get too hot, but I do have it pretty good and hot there. Keep moving that around. Okay, as that's getting ready, I have the syringe that's 10DC sent me to fill carts with, and it has a little metal blunt tip. Take that off of there. Okay, if I can get that off there with one hand. Maybe I can. I did this before. This is what I was going to say you need to do before you pull it up. Any of that distillate, you need to heat this up anyways with hot water. A little hotter there. That way you can pull your syringe back and forth and get that ready to go. You want to make sure your syringe is not glued up, so that way you can pull up your distillate. Okay, that should be pretty warm right there. I can turn this off by hand. Sure can. There it is. There's the little tip. Set that right there. Get it off my fingers, kind of sticky. And I'll just put this in hot water to do a little bit. Now, one thing I'm not going to be able to do is pull back this syringe tip and pull off that 10 milliliters. This is a 12 milliliter syringe. And you go to the little mark of 10 right there. You don't be able to see that very well. There it is, a little mark of 10 right there. But I'm going to draw that right out of there. I can move that around how I need to pull it out of there. It's heating up. I can see that it's getting hot. It's getting there. I'm going to put it in there a little bit longer. Not too much, just getting there. Alright, and this is getting warm too. Now what I can do with this, since this is taking, took a little longer and I wanted to wait, and my distillate's about done. I can turn this up, down here, about right there. Turn that off before I get mad at myself, wasting water. And that's about as far as I can go with you besides the next step. I can explain it at least. But like I said, I'm going to drop 10 grams of that distillate in there. Once this is nice and hot, that is, I'll even turn down my oil if I need to. But I want to make sure this is nice and hot in here. Okay, I'll even turn it up to high if I need to. What I need to do to get that going in there, that'd be fine. Got a nice clean spoon. I washed this a minute ago. And when I get that distillate, and I've squirted that syringe of distillate in there, then I'll be stirring. I'll just stir it in here. Keep stirring it. Keep stirring it. Stir it for a good long time until everything is dissolved in there. The Reefer's Bay distillate I use is extremely clear, so you can't really see it dissolve in there. In fact, you won't be able to tell it's sticky or anything. It's just if your oil's nice and hot. But you just stir that until it's dissolved really good in there for a good while. Try not to splash out the sides. You don't want to waste any of your oil, your tincture, because that right there becomes your tincture. You have 10 grams in there per 30 milliliter bottle. Doing the math there, it comes down to 4,910 milligrams per bottle, per 30 milliliter bottle. Because what you're getting is you're getting 10 grams in here of those 2 bottles we filled and poured in here, or explained about. And that there will be your tincture. Once that's been poured in there and mixed together and everything, I'll then take this out and bring it over here. This is where the real fun begins. You gotta be very careful of this, putting this on here, because you're gonna hold it with one hand, and probably hold it up like I did, instead of holding it way down, creeping on the ground with it. You know, hold it up and pour this in here very slowly, right down the middle of the funnel, right down the middle of the funnel, not filling the reservoir, or you'll have to pull that funnel up like this, like I was talking about. Kind of burp that down, and it'll fill, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's almost unavoidable at first till you understand you need to pour it right down through the middle of that hole if you can. Fill it up, don't fill it all the way up. Leave some room in there, because when you put this ball in there, I check my distillate with my eyes, looks fine. Okay, when you put this dropper in there, it's going to take up some room. You want to fill those up to about where just about where that curve is again, because that, believe it or not, that 10 grams in there doesn't fill up as much as you think. You even out your bottles if you need to, and that'd be fine. And what I found out is you don't put the labels on or anything. Wipe them all off after you filled them. Make your labels first. These came with labels. I thought I was going to get some tape or something, but I've already done the math and pre-labeled these ones. And all I need to do is to come over here, shake up my distillate now. Check that out, it's a little warm. Yeah, look at that. Like water. Yep, add a little bit of gel in the middle, but that's just fine. That's just fine. Now what I really need to do is prepare for the next step. What I'm going to do is go ahead and turn my distillate water down to a low, to a 2, because it's nice and warm. And I'm going to let this oil heat up here. This is nice and hot. I got that on a high. That's going to boil that water. I need to really watch that. That doesn't overflow the sides without heating my oil. We want those both hot when you mix them. It's simple as that. Pouring it back in these jars. Easy way to make Delta 8 tincture at home using raw distillate. If you want to know how to find out the percentage and everything, you'll need lab results that are accurate. If you have a company that you prefer, please contact them for lab results if they haven't posted already. There should be a link, QR code or something. And you make some fine stuff yourself. You find some good companies. Y'all be blessed and have fun. Take care of one another, love one another, and definitely take to be safe and responsible. Have a great one. See that brownie pan crying out for me. Bye.